Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Wide, get wide. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards. Makes it 3rd and 10.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
Check. 55 to Mike.
Bravo.
Check. 55 to Mike.
In the face.
Now Foles. He's got his tight end, Oliver. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Switch.
Hey, Silver. Solid. Hey, solid one. What is this?
Here's Foles. That one complete. He finds Sharp. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Foles now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check 99. Back.
They'll set up a throw. Completes it to Lee. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And how about this? this. 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Man out, man out, man out, man out.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6. 54.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Go, go.
54. Red.
Check 9, check 9.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. There he goes, right side. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
No. Hey, switch gears.
They'll give Henry another shot. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Set. 10 Lobo. Bang it. Ready, go.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. The kick by Bryant is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
This is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. SOS.
Receiver.
SOS. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Cut.
2nd and 9 now. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Back to throw here. And that'll be knocked knocked away. It's incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
I got it. 13. Right there.
Hey, I 7.
Second and 10. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 42.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Back to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Squeeze, get in there. He's coming, double up. He's coming, double up.
Check 26. Check, crouch. Ready.
A second down run with Lewis. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
On first down, Love. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
What we got?
Now Leonard Fournette. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 35.
Curl.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Lee. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Wendell Smallwood, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Come on, set, 50, plant, go! Right, move. Here we go. Here we go. Run the mic. Watch one. Watch one. Watch the run. Mike one. Mike one. Rip right. Set hot. Ready, go.
To throw on second down. Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Watch the mic. Watch one. Watch one. Mike one. Check right, go. So Mike the
Operating from the gun. Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Lambeau on for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my...
And that's caught inside the 30. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Love. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Second and 10 now from the 27. Now they'll run with Lewis. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throwing to start the drive. Love. And Walker has it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Yes! Bravo!
2nd and 4. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 15 yards on the play, first down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Here we go. Set, go. Here we go.
Now we've got movement up front.
Watch
I think this is going to be on the Titans. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
Ready. 8, read.
I got it.
Looking to throw. Love. Throwing middle, and it's complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here we go. Set. 90. Walk. 2, fellas. Let's go. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. Here we go. Scene 6. Where's the mic? Watch 1.
Check tight end. Check
Let
tight
up.
Back to throw. Love. He's going to float this one deep right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 11. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 11.
Tonight, 180.
54. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Hey.
Hayden scored.
Switch.
I can hit.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jarrell Casey make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's Logan Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 22. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Titan football.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll run with Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Henry. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Run the mic. Watch one. Watch one. Come to wide world. We want it. Come on.
Operating from the gun. Love. He finds Humphreys. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Lewis here on 1st down. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Tighten up. Tighten up.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there. 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
80 weapon. 80 weapon. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check nickel. Run up. Ready, go.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Love toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. The kick by Bryant is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, they run with Smallwood. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 43. Kill.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Tighten up.
Fournette running right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check safety.
They'll run with Fournette. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Foles nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. They'll set up to throw. And all this is taken him one-handed. What a catch. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
A gain of 12 yards.
13.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Again, it's Henry. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Tennessee.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Henry running right. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Watch one. All day. All day. Like you said. Buzz. Watch the run.
So Mike's number one.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Run the mic. Watch one. All day. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Love. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory.